Hello and welcome back to the weekly Oracle card reading with Kylie Savage, Psychic Medium. And this is for the week from the 17th of August to the 23rd of August 2019. Okay, and so we have 4 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. Our anchor card is No Place Like Home. And our second card is Round and Round. Our third card is Between Worlds in Protection Position. And our fourth card is All That Glitters. And I've pulled one card for some further guidance and inspiration and assistance and support with anything that comes up for us this week from the brand new Crystal Spirits Oracle card deck by Colette Baron-Reid also. It's her latest deck. And I don't think I'm going to say this right. It's Numite. Card 38. Okay, so this is really interesting. I don't think I've seen this spread before, especially with Round and Round and Between Worlds in Protection there, and then All That Glitters. And mostly what I want to say is this is I can see the theme following on from last week's reading with this spread. And what I feel like the continued message from Spirit is to come home to ourselves, to no matter what's going on in the outside world, no matter what the outer conditions are, we need to find our center, and our center is at home. It's focusing on ourselves, keeping the focus on ourselves and our own lives, not getting distracted by things outside of ourselves, and not getting caught up with our egoic life. We really need to come home to our spirit. That's the biggest message for this week, and I can see why we've been given this message, because when you look at Round and Round and Between Worlds in Protection, what that is really saying is we're in the process of learning something. We're up-leveling, and we're between, I think we had the novice a while back. So we're still learning a lesson, and we're moving from novice to sort of intermediate level into mastery, which is such a great message to receive, that really no matter what happens this week, we're on track. Because what I'm seeing with these cards is there might be the feeling of a lot of instability and uncertainty, a lot of insecurity and fear might come up for us this week about matters relating to home as well. So our most personal, deepest relationships, our marriages, our partnerships, relationships with children. There could be a lot of instability and movement and growth happening with matters concerning the home and family. So what I'm just keep feeling is that pull and that call to, we need to find home within ourselves. We need to not go into the outside world looking for confirmation that we are loved and we are enough. We need to find all these things at a much deeper level, on a very deep spiritual level within ourselves. And this is where we're going to find a sense of peace and ease, like Spirit were talking about last week. It's all about going within. Louise Hay was really good at reminding us about Yak. You always know. We go outside and we look for answers, and we look for confirmation, and we look for validation, and we look for appreciation. We seek approval and attention from others, yet it never means as much as when we can find those things within ourselves. And it never means as much, and it never has the impact that is needed as when we do the inner work, and when we seek within ourselves and we look for those answers within ourselves, and we trust that we always know. Or Yak, you always know. What I'm feeling like too is that just that other calling and continued encouragement to be the peace, to be the anchor within the family home, within your circle of friends or your workplace or wherever it is you are. You can be that calm within the storm. And as you continue to be that ripple effect spreads out to other people. And that's what the world needs. It needs calm voices right now. It needs people to be realistically can't speak today, optimistic. We need to be realistic optimists. We need people who are not going to, throw sugar on stuff and say, oh yes, everything's just fine, it'll be okay. We need definite plans and actions. We need good leadership. We need authentic voices in the world of calm and of peace and of surety and security. And people are running around looking for that. The world is in turmoil in so many places. And we can be this for the earth as well. No place like home is connecting with Mother Earth very much, because Earth is our home. It's the home for everyone and everything. And it's like having that deep soul connection with Mother Earth and letting her feed you, and you giving her love back, being in that reciprocal, beautiful relationship with the earth. And we need to understand that more and more as, children of this planet, that we were put here to be good stewards of the planet. And we're also, invested in our soul's evolution and growth. So things do play out and unfold the way they do. We learn through experience and we learn through polarities. And yet, we're coming to that really pointy end of things where we need to understand our relationship with the earth is out of sync, and we need to understand Gaia as a conscious being, and really give her back the love and show her that we are there for her, and understand where she is there for us. We're all in this together. That's the thing with the current state of the world, is none of us are unaffected anymore, and I really think that with world affairs, things are unfolding perfectly as they need to, for us to grasp these lessons on really big levels and really intimate levels as well. We need to understand that each of us as an individual is in a relationship with this planet, and she is in a relationship with us, and what we do matters. If we do it in big ways or small ways, it all matters. I really feel like, we are the lights in the darkness going about our day. If you're down at the supermarket, if you're filling up your car with petrol, if you're walking the dog, if you're giving some love to your plants, whatever you're doing, wherever you are doing it, you can be that light in the darkness. You can just give of yourself a little bit more love and receive it as well. And so the thing is to not lose heart this week. If you feel like you're sliding backwards, you're not. We're learning this lesson on a much deeper level. And if you think of that like that saying that Matt Kahn is very good at teaching, what if everything is happening for you? So look at your life, look at it this week, look at the themes that have been coming up during these readings and say, okay, if all of this is happening for me, what is the lesson? What are the experiences I'm having, and what can I take from this, and how can I apply it to another part of my life, or how can I share this at a deeper level with other people? How can I really internalize this experience? How can I develop that mastery? Because this is what you're in mastery. The Between Worlds, I just thought I'd quickly have a look at that, because when it's in protection, it's got a very succinct, good message, and I'll just read it for you. Between Worlds and protection is be mindful of your expectations. This is not a time for guarantees. Things will not go exactly as you plan or dictate. This is a good part though. Let go and see what Spirit has in store. What takes hold in your life will be better than you can imagine. And see, with the possible future outcome card, 4, and 4 always gives us more understanding of the whole story. The card in the 4th position is saying, we need to, as you said, stay centered and understand that if we're going grasping, or if we're trying to fill up, that God-shaped hole in us this week with things in the outside world, they're not going to cut it. And like it was saying there, even if we feel really, deeply insecure and we're searching for certainty and security, this is a time to let go and let Goddess, and let this thing be born in us. Let it unfold as deeply as it needs to. It's a really great energy I'm feeling with all of the messages coming up with these cards. It's, you said, things are up in the air. There's this uncertainty. And a wonderful meditation, if you can find it, you can find it on her website, is the Prescription for Courage kit, the Uncertainty meditation. And if you go to Dr. Lissa, so Lissa, and her last name is Rankin, Rankin. I'm not sure if she's .com or .org. I can find a link, or I can post it on my Facebook page. If you go and subscribe to Dr. Lissa's prescription for courage, that uncertainty meditation is so beautiful, because we are in the age of uncertainty. We're in the age of change and newness and growth. And the more we can find our security in just going with the flow and letting go and letting Goddess, the more peace and ease we're going to find in our lives, the more confidence we're going to build, and the more trust and faith we're going to have, and we're going to be okay no matter what. We're going to, really connect with ourselves as an immortal soul, as, a spiritual being first and foremost, and that is where we are going to find this sense of peace and the ability, and we connect with the power to be able to go out and live our lives one day at a time, one moment at a time, staying in the present moment where all our power is. And this is where we're really going to find our true sense of connection and belonging and serenity and love. This is it. This is what it was all about right from the beginning. And this is just, we're living through an incredible time where so many people have come into this awareness at the same time, and they need us. They need their teachers. They need their lights in the darkness. They need people who can keep it real and who are not out there, being disingenuous and grasping and grabbing, and not really coming from a really pure place of heart and altruism and giving, and a real place of openness. People are going to be drawn to you as you live this way of life. Absolutely. Now, the Nuumite, when I first looked at that, I thought, that seems like really grounding energy. I kind of love this sphere, and, we're talking about the world. I'm also getting the shadow and the darker side of things, and form and chaos and all that sort of stuff with Nuumite. I thought I will quickly read out from the guidebook, because there's some really good stuff in here. Pardon me. Essential meanings: achieving self-mastery, inner power, recovering your sense of self. Evidence of progress can seem elusive at times, but when Nuumite spirit appears, it is a sign that you might be underestimating how far you have come. Our minds are conditioned to pay attention to the negative and overlook all that is good in our lives, including the results of our efforts over time. You may not have received a big blue ribbon or parade in your honour, but the conscious universe acknowledges and celebrates all your hard work mastering your fears. That's why I feel like this card's come up at this time with so much uncertainty. It's really to keep that groundedness too. Make peace with a part of yourself that tells you that whatever you do, it will never be enough. Really, if we have one mantra for this week, and really for our whole lives, is I am enough. You are developing mastery, and there will be times when you feel as if your progress is slow and inadequate. But you are called now to acknowledge that you have indeed persevered, learned much, and not given up. Yay us! Doing so will help you to stay the course rather than veer off track. Be gentle with yourself, loads and loads of self-compassion. As you master the challenges, you always seem to overcome somehow. And isn't that the truth? We always think, the latest crisis is the biggest crisis. And yet we always seem to manage to survive and come through. You are getting better at this thing called life. Yes, again. At building healthy relationships and prosperity, and at knowing and loving yourself as much as the conscious universe does. Give yourself credit and keep practicing. We are all learning, and Nuumite Spirit is here to tell you that the conscious universe is watching and is so very proud of you. And I am proud of you. And if you're here watching these videos, it's to receive messages like this, that we are all in this together. I wish you so many fabulous, amazing blessings on your week. Remember, even if this stuff is kind of heavy, there's plenty of joy. Look for those joyful moments and celebrate them, and have something good to look forward to always, even if it's a small thing. I always like to practice one part of my day. I do one thing just for myself, and I make that a lovely soul-nourishing activity, whether it's reading a book or having a cup of tea in the sun, playing with the dog. Very simple, doesn't have to cost any money, that it's me giving to myself. Okay, as you said, blessings on your week. I'd love to hear your feedback and your comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love it if you'd subscribe as well, and if you hit the bell, then you will get notified when these come up. I just want to let you know too, on my Facebook page, Kylie Savage Psychic Medium, I'm starting some new groups, and I'm going to start an Oracle Club, which will be online. I'm not sure exactly how I will structure that, but I'm really looking forward to meeting you and teaching you how to read these Oracle cards for yourself, and having a lot of fun learning and playing together. Thank you so much.